What is one of the best ways to learn English on a daily basis? What's a good tool to immerse yourself in English every day? I think it is using a TV series in English. And in this video, I'm going to explain why it's good to use a TV series, how to use a TV series, and some suggestions of good TV series that you can use to help train in English. So why should you use English TV series to help you to learn English? Well, I think for two reasons. Number one, TV series are an excellent way to learn English step by step. So what you do is you start with the series with subtitles in your native language, and then you're going to replace those subtitles with English subtitles. And eventually you'll watch the series without any subtitles at all. When you learn English through a TV series, then it gives you time to get used to the characters, accents, and way of speaking. Because whenever you start listening to a different person speaking English, it takes some time to get used to their way of speaking. And the longer you listen to them, the more you understand. So when you're watching with the series, you're really going to get used to those characters' accents, and you're actually going to understand more. The plots often involve a lot of repetition. So little by little, you're going to understand more and more of what's going on. Also, the characters tend to use the same sort of vocabulary over and over. So you're getting a lot of practice with that particular set of vocabulary. The second reason why it's good to use a TV series to learn English is because you get addicted to the series, especially if you choose one that you really like. So what you will find is that you're being exposed to hours and hours of English without even really thinking about it. It's fun. It's going to be an enjoyable and fun way to learn English and not feel like you're really studying hard or it's a really hard work. So what are the best TV series for learning English? Well, TV series come in two categories. Number one, situational comedies or sitcoms, and number two, dramas. Sitcoms are really good for training in English, especially if you're a beginner. Why? Because the episodes are really short, usually about 20-25 minutes long, and so you can watch them multiple times. I recommend this 3-step method for training in English with an English sitcom series. Number one, watch an episode with the subtitles in your native language. Number two, watch the same episode with the subtitles in English. And number three, watch the episode again without any subtitles. So the first time you watch the episode with the subtitles in your language, your goal is to really, really learn the plot of the episode and understand completely what is happening in the episode. The second time that you watch with the English subtitles, you want to focus on connecting the spoken English with the written English, so that when you watch the episode the third time without any subtitles, you can really focus on the spoken English and work on your listening, comprehension, and understanding. Another reason why it's good to use sitcoms to train in English is that there are usually only a few characters, so you can really get used to their accent and the slang that they use. And they usually have a lot of dialogue as well. So you want to find a show that has a lot of talking in it rather than action, so that you are really being exposed to as much English as possible. Also, in a sitcom, they're using everyday English. So you're going to be exposed to English that native speakers use on a daily basis rather than learning a lot of like specialized vocabulary that you're not really going to need. So in sitcoms, you're really going to learn the vocabulary that's useful for everyday conversations. Are you a person who really doesn't like sitcoms? I don't really watch a lot of sitcoms. I don't really like them so much, but I have to say they are very, very good for learning English for the reasons that I stated. They're short, you can train with them, and there's a lot of dialogue, and also you will be exposed to everyday language. So even if you don't like sitcoms, I just encourage you to try it as a learning tool. So, what are some good sitcoms for learning English? Number one, Friends. A lot of people tell me that they really love Friends, and it is really good for learning English because you get really attached to the characters quickly, and the English isn't hard to understand. Also, there are 10 seasons of Friends, so you have a lot of material to train with. Another series that's similar to Friends and a little more modern is How I Met Your Mother. It's really funny and the characters socialize a lot. So you'll learn a lot of vocabulary that's useful for socializing. Another series is Malcolm in the Middle, and this is about an American family. It's a really silly show, and there's a lot of physical comedy in it, which is actually really good for beginners. Another series that's not technically a sitcom is The Simpsons. It's an animated series and it's been going for 30 years. So there are a lot of episodes. Because it's been around for a long time and it's so popular, it's been translated into a lot of different languages. I think like almost 20 languages. So you can probably find it in your language. Now, the characters do speak really quickly, so this one is a little bit more challenging, but it is good for more advanced students. Also, there are a lot of cultural jokes and a lot of slang, so this too makes it a little bit more challenging for more advanced learners. Another series that I really enjoy is The Big Bang Theory. It is hilarious. And it's about a group of scientists and their neighbor who's an aspiring actress. And I find that you really fall in love with these characters because they're really different. They're the type of people that don't really fit in and they're a little awkward socially. So it's really funny, but you also start to like really feel for them and love them. Now, there is vocabulary in it that's kind of scientific and hard to understand, but even Americans don't understand it. So it doesn't really matter if you understand that scientific vocabulary or not. You can still understand what's happening in the series. Another series that I adore is The Office. It has nearly 10 seasons. It was adapted from a British sitcom, and the American version stars Steve Carell, who is hilarious. It features the day-to-day lives of a group of office workers in a paper company. Now, it's shot as a fake documentary, so the different characters, it's like they're interviewed by someone else. So it has a really different feel to it because it's kind of like a documentary, but you know it's not a real documentary. And you really get attached to the different characters. I really recommend this one. And the episodes are really short, I think only 22 minutes each, so you can really train with them. So here are some ideas of dramas that you can train with. Number one, Lost. This is about a group of people who survive a plane crash on a deserted island and they have to learn to survive there. The people are from all different places around the world, and so you get exposed to a lot of different accents. The show also uses the flashback technique. So each week you learn a little bit more about the character and their life before the plane crash. So it really gets you engaged into each character. There's also a mystery surrounding this island. So every week you find out more clues about the mystery. And so you get really hooked and really engaged in the plot of the story. Another excellent series is Prison Break. This is another one that really, really hooks you. It's about a guy who's falsely accused of a crime and his brother who actually gets arrested and put in prison so that he can break his brother out of the prison. So you're going to learn a lot of vocabulary that has to do with criminal behavior and prison life. There's a range of characters and different accents as well, and strong language and a lot of slang. A hugely popular series is Breaking Bad. It's about a guy who finds out that he has cancer. He's a chemistry professor, and so in order to provide for his treatments for his wife and his son who has a disability, he starts manufacturing drugs with a former student of his. It has a lot of suspense and great acting. Like Prison Break, you're going to learn vocabulary that has to do with crime and drugs. And some characters use a lot of slang, but the main character, he speaks pretty normally. So you get a mix of styles of speaking in this series. Lastly, a really popular series is Grey's Anatomy. 16 seasons, I think at least 16 seasons of this show. It's a medical drama. So you learn about the lives of the doctors and the patients, and you're going to learn some medical terminology. There's a lot of romance in this series, things about love and friendship, jealousy, life, death, a lot of dialogue, slang, idiomatic expressions, and regular conversation. So are you ready now to pick a series and start watching? I'm telling you, it's one of the best ways to learn English in a fun and enjoyable way. And what's your favorite series for learning English? Can you leave me a comment? I would love to know what has helped you, and this will help other people in their language learning as well. So thanks so much for listening. If you like the video, please like it, please subscribe, please share. These things really, really help me. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Bye.